Today we'll talk about why Indian businesses need privacy compliance. I'm preparing a series of videos to talk about the same, and this is the first one. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I said, we'll talk about why Indian businesses need privacy compliance. What is the hurry compliance? See, all businesses collect personal information. They have to. The moment the business goes beyond the owners of the business, personal information starts getting collected. Even if you have hired one single delivery person, you have to have on record his name, his address, his phone number, and his bank information. So actually, even sensitive personal information starts getting collected. So businesses have personal information. But now the digital economy is also increasing. So a lot of businesses, many businesses, and sometimes you get surprised looking at a new aggregator or a new app, which is a new thing online, right? A new way of doing business, food delivery, groceries, ticketing, online loans. These are a few small examples, but everything online. It takes you 5 minutes to open a securities demat account. It takes you 2 minutes to avail a loan, right? So digital economy is growing, and there is a need to protect personal data from its misuse because a lot of data is being collected and there is a risk of misuse of this data. Customers, the consumers, have also become aware of privacy norms and the impact of misuse of their personal data. With increase of a lot of technology also, the misuse can become easier. On top of it, the Indian government has already approved the Indian DPDP Act 2023. At current stage, the rules are on finalization stage. So once the rules are finalized, we are expecting that we will get at least 2 years to fully implement it. But the idea is implementation has started. So do we, the Indian businesses, need privacy compliance? Yes, we do, because the implementation of Act has also started. But we also need to understand that it is not only the implementation of Act or regulators. It is also not only that because you do business beyond India, then you need to follow global compliances. The idea is to bring in best practices handling personal data into your business so that it does not matter what compliance rules are, right? You're already following that. You're already handling the personal data in the right way. So it is very, very important. And the importance, of course, like we discussed earlier also, there's a huge risk of data theft. Theft is done for misusing information, right? So, and it is, we are talking of theft. It is your system may not get sabotaged, but your data may leak out. There is an impact on market reputation and customer trust. Unless you are in an extremely monopolized business, then the customer says, well, okay, still I have to pick. Otherwise, it's a huge challenge that if there is an issue with your market reputation and there could be customer loss. And rebuilding brands, especially for small businesses, MSMEs, is difficult. And like the regulations are there, so regulatory issues. Apart from that, cost of mitigation. Any individual's data get misused through your organization, there would be a mitigation required. There would be a lot of legal expenses required, right? Before you end up into getting into the regulatory fines, which could be up to 250 crores, right? But you have the cost of law agencies working with you, the cost of spending time with them and spending time in the court, handling the different queries and answering, and finally the cost of mitigation as the fine that the government may put on to you at the end of it. So, what is a privacy compliance program? Privacy compliance program is a structured way to understand what personal data we have and how can we handle it properly, ensure that compliances, both local and global, are taken care of. And the idea of this series of videos is on privacy compliance program for Indian businesses. The components of a privacy compliance program, of course, include a privacy-centric processes. So you will have to re-engineer your processes. Privacy policies and notices. Policies tell your individual staff how you are handling personal data or what is the expectation from internal staff, and notices is how the informing your customers how their personal data would be handled. Purpose, limitation, and consent. Have you defined the purpose of collection of personal information? Have you taken the consent from that individual as to this is the information I'm collecting and this is the way I'm expected to use it, process it? If there are any instances, this is the way they are going to be reported. And finally, handling of breaches in your organization. Privacy compliance program is not restricted to a document. It is not restricted to a compliance. It is not restricted to only regulatory things. It is a complete shift of mindset of the way you handle personal data of your colleagues, of your juniors, of your management, of your external agencies, customers, vendors, and other stakeholders involved in the business. So that's an initial this thing. In the subsequent videos, we'll get into more details of the privacy compliance brand. So subscribe to my channel so that you get daily updates. If you like this video, please press the bell and the like icon and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.